My name's Chris Caius. I'm president of the Forest Preserve. I'm calling this Forest Preserve District Land Acquisition Committee meeting to order this morning on Thursday, July 25th.
Sorry, that's me. Sorry.
I'd like to hear me twice. On
Here you go. There's twice too.
Thursday, July 25th, 2024
There.
at 8:34 p.m.
Okay.
AM, excuse me, PM. We have roll call, please.
Sure. Sanchez? Caius?
Vice President.
Allen?
Aye.
Sanchez is blinking.
Allen.
She's on the way. Yep. Bates?
Bates here.
Ford?
Board present.
Linder?
Linder here.
Roth?
Rod's here.
Strathman?
Strathman here.
Williams? Lewis?
Lewis here.
Okay, you have a quorum?
Got the wrong.
He's in
Well, that's
favor.
why, that's
That's-
yours.
Visiting his
Jeez.
grandson.
That's right.
Fortunate that has.
I didn't have any of those people here, but I have the wrong agenda. Land Acquisition Committee. What did I call the order?
Land acquisition.
Or fortunately, I read it off the board. Land Acquisition. Okay,
We're okay.
we have a quorum. May I have I would accept a request to approve the minutes by unanimous consent of April 25th, 2024.
I would ask for unanimous approval of the minutes from April 25th, 2024.
Is there any objection?
Nope.
Hearing none. They are adopted. Are there any public comment? Anybody online, in person, or in writing? Nothing. And then this say we go to executive session right away,
Mhm.
closed session.
Yes. Point of order.
So, yes, sir? Oh,
You need to approve remotes.
yes, and then we have on remote, we have Linder and Ford.
And Allen.
Alan, is there any objection to having those members participate in this meeting?
No
No,
problem.
no
Hearing
objection.
none, thank you for attending remotely. Then we go to closed session. May I have a motion? I have a motion then by Strathman,
And Roth will second.
Roth, go into closed session. Roll call, please.
Sanchez? Caius?
Guys, yes.
Allen? Bates?
Yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Linder?
Linder here. Yes.
Roth?
Roth here.
Strathman?
Yes.
Williams? Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
It's approved.
Okay, give us just a moment. Good, okay, all right. Then in new
Watch
and
your
unfinished
language.
business, that's the next item, I believe. May I have a motion and a second to present and potentially approve TMP 242644, resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement with the Plato Township Road District to allow compensatory storage for Bar Road improvements within the Muirhead Springs Forest Preserve. Moved by
Roth will make the motion.
Bates, second by Roth.
Board.
Roth got a close third. Mr. Habither or Jen?
All right. Kate, could you take us to the overall map real quick? Yeah. All right. So hopefully this goes real quick. So I think we were in here last month to discuss the IGAs with, this will be with the Plato Roadship Township District. Then we've got the city of Aurora, followed by Virgil. What they're reaching out or what the
I'm
district, or what,
sorry.
pardon?
I'm sorry, can we have order?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
So the district was contacted by the Plato Township Road District a few months ago. They would like to do some improvements to Bar Road. So this is Muirhead Springs Forest Preserve. This is our main access parking lot shelter right off of Bar Road. About 500 feet to the east of our entrance, there is a spot on Bar Road where it drops down very low. Every time it rains and you get a substantial storm, that section of road sets underwater. What the township would like to do and what they're working with the county on getting approval for is raising the road up by a few inches so that when it does rain, It'll be out of the floodplain. In order for them to do that, though, they have to put the area that they're taking out of floodplain into floodplain, so they need compensatory storage. The township does not have the area available within the right-of-way to Bar Road, so they have requested from the district an IGA that would allow them to excavate an area of roughly 7,500 square feet to do their compensatory storage. So again, you can see right here, here's the main entrance to Muirhead Springs. This is the area that they want to lift, and this is the area that they want to do the compensatory storage. And the district or the Township Road District would be responsible for all of the construction, the permitting, the repairs, the restoration. They will be working with the district to approve any kind of seed mix that we want in this area. We have checked it with natural resources. There are no plants of concern, and this does not impact our wetland mitigation bank in any way. The wetland mitigation bank is way down here on the south end. So at this point, it would be staff's recommendation to go ahead and approve that IGA with the Plato Township Road District to allow them to do that compensatory storage.
Any questions for Jennifer Brooks Lopez?
Just a
Ms.
quick,
Strathman?
thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a quick question. What do you mean by compensatory storage?
So for the amount, so when you have an item that you are pulling out of the floodplain, you have to provide that area that you are displacing out of the floodplain in another location. And usually there's a markup on top of it. No, you have to add back area to the floodplain. So they're pulling this out of the floodplain. You have to provide stormwater storage
Equipment there.
adjacent to it. Yeah. You can't just pull things out of the floodplain and then not provide
Is it
floodplain.
temporary or permanent?
This would be permanent. So they're going to permanently pull the road out of the floodplain in this area, but then they have to provide that plus a multiplier as compensatory storage for what they're taking out.
Okay, Mr. Roth?
Will that mean more birds will come?
They might use it.
It's possible.
Next
Yeah,
question.
it'll be a little wetter.
Mr. Chairman Ford,
Mr. Ford?
yes, she's right. When you try to remove a detention area, you got to replace it in these stormwater. But at the same time, it just can't go anywhere. It still got to work with the natural flow. So looking at these contours,
Jody's department.
this location looks pretty good.
Yeah, the location was actually suggested by County's Department of Environment and Water Resources. So we're working real close with Jody, or I shouldn't say us. The township is working closely with Jody's office to figure out what that compensatory storage should look like and kind of where it should go.
Okay, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Sanchez? Caius?
Guys, yes.
Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates?
Bates, yes.
Ford?
Ford, yes.
Linder?
Linder, yes.
Roth?
Roth, yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Williams? Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
It's approved.
Motion passes. May I have motion and a second for TMP 24-2664, resolution approving a grant of easement to the city of Aurora for stormwater management improvements at the Chicago Premium Outlets. Moved by
Ford moves.
Ford,
Oh,
second by
Bates.
Bates. And Jennifer Brooks Lopez again.
All right, here we go again. This one should be pretty straightforward. So back when Chicago Premium Outlets was originally constructed, and actually, Kate, if you go to one of the drawings, one of the plats, see if you can get to one of the plats for me. The city of Aurora was granted stormwater utility easements in this area. So if you see kind of the dashed area, this is where their main stormwater easements are. They have their pipes and structures in there. However, the outlets were not included in those easements for whatever reason. City of Aurora is at the point where they're looking to do some improvements over at the intersection of Farnsworth and Bilter Road. They need to adjust these structures, and that's when they determined that they were not in easements. What they are asking for is if they could put these in permanent utility easements. The advantage to the district on this is currently right now we are responsible technically for the maintenance of those structures. So every time the beavers come by and pile up a bunch of sticks on top of them, or they get filled with debris that is technically on our staff to repair and replace or clean out with this new easement. And in the language that's in that easement, if we record those back in, that would all go to the city of Aurora. If you do notice the plats, and Kate, if you could just scroll down to one of the plats right now, maybe another, there is currently language on these plats that says we would still be responsible for it. Aurora, there, you can't read it. That was sent back to Aurora recently. We said, that's not what we agreed to. That is not what is in the written agreement. The written agreement says City of Aurora will take care of everything. So we are getting updated plats to get that recorded correctly. But again, the easement agreement you have in front of you has all the language that says you, the City of Aurora, will be taking care of these stormwater structures. You're responsible for the maintenance and you're responsible for the replacement.
Good.
Okay,
Yep.
any questions
Good.
for Jennifer? Mr. Roth?
Can we, Farnsworth, to the west of that is where the new casino is going. So is water runoff going to be a lot higher because of that? And that's why they're trying to get some of this?
Not related.
Not related.
Okay, I
Yeah, this
didn't
is
know
just
which way
for
the water
road
flowed.
improvement.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Any other questions? Mr. Kenyon?
It seems to me that since this is their cash cow, this
Yeah.
easement's worth some money to us or future consideration.
Ooh.
Well, where do you make a lot of money off the outlet mall down there?
Yep.
The only successful one.
There is a financial value to us from them owning it, specifically beaver and muskrat control. This is a very, we spend thousands per year. The onus of that is now moving onto Aurora with this easement, so there may be some
Well, you'll end up doing it anyway, because they don't know what they're doing.
But they can.
potentially.
Now they call us though.
They don't.
Good.
He's a forest preserve. He knows things.
It's the, think of the goodwill with the great city of
Yeah.
Aurora.
You know how far that's gonna be.
I'm sorry, that's not in this meeting?
Is that our?
Okay.
To get a different building.
All right,
Shop for
I'm going
snacks.
to call for the vote then. And there are no other questions, Mrs. Rathman?
What is staff recommendation?
Staff recommendation is that we approve the easement and have these included and sent to Aurora. Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
roll call, please.
Sanchez, Caius,
Guys, yes?
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Williams, Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
it's approved.
Motion passes. Then may I have a motion and a second to present and potentially approve TMP 24-2667, a resolution approving an intergovernmental license agreement between the Forest Preserve District of Kane County and the Village of Virgil for the installation of a tornado siren within Virgil Forest Preserve. Moved by
Roth will make the motion.
Alan.
Alan. Jennifer Ricks Lopez.
All right, so what we're looking at today is an IGA with the Village of Virgil. So as part of the ARPA grants, the Village of Virgil received funding to purchase a tornado siren. However, the Village of Virgil does not have land to locate said tornado siren on. So they have reached out to the district to see if we could work out an IGA where they would get approximately a 15 by 15 square. That is Route 64. This is Sauber Road. This is the Great Western Trail that we were talking about a little bit earlier. They'd like to locate it in this area. It puts them kind of close to their downtown area without actually locating that tornado siren in anybody's backyard. I'll remain silent on that one. As part of this agreement, they would be responsible for all the maintenance, the installation, and should they determine in the future that they no longer want the tornado siren, they are responsible for removing the entire structure, removing the fencing that would be required for it, and restoring it back to its original condition.
Okay, Ms. Allen, questions? Yes, Ms. Allen?
Why in the world couldn't they find a place in their own territory? Why are they coming to the forest preserve?
I think the government of Virgil itself, I don't think they own really any land.
I don't think they even own an acre. They're in, we met them in a rented office in the school in Virgil when we had that
Mhm.
meeting, so I don't believe they have any land.
Probably
Village of.
Yeah.
And
No one wants it there.
this is our property, and the potential in the future for development as far as our forest preserve is concerned is,
Yes, one of the things we discussed with Virgil President, Mr. LeBlanc, was potentially partnering with Virgil to do playground amenity and for them, and which they would be responsible for. The tornado siren just kind of started that conversation, and then we would develop a parking lot to get onto the Great Western Trail there. So we thought, that's why we thought this was a good site, as it's one we were already talking about doing some amenities at.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
better.
and we do have intergovernmental agreements with almost every village and township around for
Right.
amenities to provide access to the public to things
Correct.
like trails. And
Yes, oh yeah, there's a lot of precedent with this with other
Mhm.
municipalities, and then, yeah, as far as the location of the siren, we left that for them. There's only 289 people in the community, but this is a spot that they vetted that reaches all of those households.
Mr.
for
Roth?
storm emergency.
Is there it looks like there's an access road off of 64. Is that, would be the access?
Yeah, so it's known as Sauber Road. It's really just a gravel road at this
Okay.
point, but yeah, that would be the main access.
And so there's no need to do any
No.
enlargement or anything?
No, it would just be, they're gonna locate it right off the edge of the gravel road in this area so that they would get direct
Okay.
access.
Is that a county
Well-
or a township road?
So Sauber is actually north of there, and that's the township road. This is a gravel 2-track that the
Yeah.
locals call Freedom Drive.
Oh.
It's not actually a road, and so they don't have an official, that was LeBlanc.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot
so that one is just an access. You can't see it under the blue line, but it's just a gravel 2-track. That's not.
And
mandated.
who owns that road? Is it township?
I don't believe. it's
Or
an official
unsupported.
road. Yeah.
So,
Freedom.
yeah. I don't know,
Forgot
let's
about
not
that.
go there. Okay, any other questions that might be pertinent to
know
this?
this
Okay,
territory.
roll call, please.
Sanchez,
Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Caius,
Guys, yes?
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, no.
Ford,
Wait a minute, they're gonna call.
Ford, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Williams, Lewis, approved.
Now.
Motion passes.
I don't like it.
May, you did have a chance
More than
to
that.
say something.
I know, but I have to leave at 10:30, so we've got,
Got to move it along.
I-
Okay, may I have a motion second to present and potentially approve TMP 242683, presentation and approval of the closed session minutes. Moved by Strathman,
Roth, a second.
Roth. Mr. Jerry will explain.
So this is every 6-month process. We review all of the old minutes to be released. And we've gone through that process every 6 months, and this is just coming up again. All of these minutes that are being retained as closed are available to the commissioner. So if you ever want to read any of these minutes from past meetings, you can certainly contact Gabby and she can get you those, but this is routine.
Okay, and then Gabby has those in a drawer. I have seen them. They do exist. Yeah. So, roll call, please.
Sanchez, Caius,
Guys, yes?
Allen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Williams, Lewis,
Yes.
it's approved.
Motion passes. Communications, Lori, nothing?
I have something else for new business, sir.
Then, okay.
while we're
Business
turning-
Bates?
I would like to suggest that the Forest Preserve make an effort. I know you work very hard and you're diligent and you're fantastic. I would like to see more in the southern end of King County, of the Fox Valley.
Thank you, Ms. Bates. Any other,
I was told that was not for closed session. Now we are.
in open session?
Yep.
Still not very appropriate, but we'll take it.
Don't be a bully.
Children.
Okay,
I have a comment.
yes,
I would agree with Ms. Bates, and I was wondering if there's ever going to be a chance that we would develop more in the Arlene Hawks one, because there's so many people that live out in that area, and I think it would get great use. Okay.
Oh, to comment, I'll clarify, Arlene Shoemaker, Forest Preserve, right? Yeah, and then the, one of the things that we had looked at is potential referendum project. We still need to do the engineering because there's a lot of hydric soils out there, but that site has not been developed for amenities, and
Right.
that's on the list.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for that specific suggestion.
You're welcome.
Okay, anything else?
Davis,
Mr.
with a
Dav-
question for you, Mr. Kais.
Yes, sir.
Want to take this opportunity to perhaps mention any of the baseball stadium movement or cooperation between district and county. Since you've got a group there and you've got Jerry there, and we just don't want to have it be a surprise to anybody. But I'll leave that to you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It could just be in broad strokes. It just trying to keep people sort of in the loop a little bit, that it's moving in a direction.
I believe we're in negotiations all the time with the baseball team and communication.
Yeah.
If it has to do with business or contracts, that would be in closed session. And I think everything else is either in the legislative committee, working with the county, and the Forest Preserve, of course, is working tirelessly to make sure that the baseball team is accounted for and pays their bills and also remains around. I'm not sure if that's enough detail. I'm not ready for that one. I'm not my committee. So I started now. I think we're safe on saying that. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
No problem. All right.
That would be the chairman's comments. Thank you. Anything else this many?
Nope,
Anything new or old that any board member would like to, committee member would like to mention? Okay, then we'll.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second by
Louis.
Lewis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned.